Okay, I honestly want to get this bummer of a story out already. So let's talk Oceangate, because Netflix is about to talk it. We have a documentary coming out in June, basically chronicling the events leading up to Oceangate, the tragic yet somewhat predicted catastrophe that happened, where you let a billionaire who thought he could do anything run a submersible to depths of the ocean that could crush things instantly. And guess what happened? Something was crushed instantly. A lot of this documentary coming out June 11th. Wow, it's almost the anniversary of when it happened.
It's almost like that was planned.
Almost. Anyway, this event happened June 18th, 2023. This will air on Netflix. It's basically, and it's really painting this billionaire in a bad light. Not that hard to do, I'm sure. But yeah, using words like psychopathic. I think we watched the trailer before we started. It's called Titan, the Oceangate Disaster. It's going to feature testimony from a lot of people involved in the process, including those within his company, who no one's really saying anything good about this guy. This tragic event led to the death of him and 5 other people, including a young kid who really didn't even want to be there. Let me see. I love this one. There's no way of knowing when Titan would fail, but it was a mathematical certainty that it would fail. Yeah, and this is one, I thought Stockton was a borderline psychopath. You'll feature testimony from people who actually had to go to the investigation from the U.S. Coast Guard's Marine Board that said this thing was unsafe before it even kicked off. There's going to be clips from what's the guy's name? Rush. Sorry.
Rush Limbaugh?
No, Stockton Rush.
He had his own problems.
Stockton Rush was the billionaire that was responsible for all this. Basically, piloting something with a video game controller. Yeah. In case you missed it, this event happened about an hour and a half into them diving. All radio contact was dropped, and the sound of something that could only be described as an explosion was actually an implosion. Probably ended these people's life immediately. Wreckage was found 4 days later, and a lot of investigations were done about why this happened in the first place. I know we were talking y'all don't do documentaries a lot.
I don't do tragedy documentaries a lot because I think in a lot of cases they're exploitative and the families frequently don't want that to happen. I feel differently about this one.
This is kind of like a cautionary tale of anybody else that would try to do, which one I'm almost requiring this to be watched by people. This comes out June 11th on Netflix. It will debut at Tribeca on June 6th.
There's a feeling that billionaires have to know what they're doing on some level. I think a lot of that's been destroyed, hopefully. Yeah. But a lot of cases, people are they've got to have it in check, and no, they don't.
You
They're
can't
some of
do
the most
everything.
Unhinged people.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked a lot into the construction of the Titan afterwards and how much they kind of sacrificed in safety. And I have been on a submarine and I didn't like it at all. But put me in one the size of a Volkswagen and say we're going down the depths of where the Titanic are?
Nope.
Someone should have said no, but apparently they were afraid to tell this guy no. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, there's only one billionaire money person that I would trust to take me down to the Titanic, and that's James Cameron.
Literally.
Actually, that's not a joke. Actually, James Cameron has piloted submersibles. He has experience.
The joke is that he made Titanic so that he could fund going to the Titanic one more time, because all those shots of the Titanic underwater are from him. Are the Titanic from him, but also he's gone there I think 4 times now. 4 or 5 times. He's an expert on the Titanic first and the director second.
Well,
So
I was just
I would
thinking,
trust him.
it's funny too though that the super rich doing a seafaring disaster, that's never happened. The Titanic was awesome.
One of the things I actually did in the Navy was pilot submersibles that we would use to blow up mines and check out things in the bottom of the ocean. It's not easy work when you're doing it remote controlled, Heaven forbid, like you put 5 people there and say, "Okay, everybody, let's go." When you get under the water, it's literally a different world.
It's one of the few times I wish like we could have Kurt on this show. He worked Nuke on subs. Like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he had a lot of problems from it. Like physical stuff. So he'll get money.
But also, I trained for many hours to do that.
Yeah.
And that was a remote control one. This is, yeah.
I would
Required
be
watching.
sorry too. I couldn't do it.
I think if anybody would consider placing their lives in the hand of someone that doesn't know what they're doing, maybe should watch this. If you were thinking about doing that, go ahead and watch this. Maybe it'll save a life in the future.
And the billionaires don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know we can get into all that, billionaire. This is different. People lost their lives for something completely stupid.
Yeah.
Don't do it. So, yeah. That's...
Especially that kid.
Yeah.
That should have never happened.
I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah, I feel bad for the
anybody
kid
that
and the
thought
kid.
they were going to be safe doing this. Because I'm pretty sure they didn't go down thinking that, oh, we'll be fine. I'm pretty sure, hey, guys, we'll be safe. I'm pretty sure he told all the lies he needed to tell.
The thing is, like, there's evidence to suggest from people that were on the outside, like, before they got in, that they were seeing a lot of the problems from the outside. And, like, we saw what it looked like inside before they even went down there, and it's just basically a window, a board for them to sit on, and a game controller.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, they weren't even secured in anything.
Yeah, there was no secure things or anything
just
like that.
on a play mat.
Yeah, like... He had to coerce. I think he had to coerce them in. That's hearsay. That's conjecture. That's not real. I'm assuming he had to convince them.
Anyway, it's a bummer story, but I am going to watch the documentary because it's
I think
interesting.
It'd be a good documentary.
Right. Well, Kat, what you
I was typing a scathing response to "Do billionaires have more advanced Netflix?" I was gonna say, what do you think that looks like? Is it just the upstairs part of like Downton Abbey? They just skip the servants.